So 2024 has been and gone, and during that year I tested out a lot of products. This included a range of skincare, a range of makeup, and even different tools to do both with. So during the time I was testing out all of these products, I was actually making a note of things that I really enjoyed using, products that I tend to grab more than others, and just what I really did enjoy and what I really did like the results from. So in this video I'm going to show you my top 10 products of 2024. I have listed these down into categories. So included is 5 makeup products, 3 skincare products, and then I do actually have 2 tools. I just really enjoyed them and I wanted to include them in the list. So I'm just going to jump straight in and we're going to go in with product number 1. So for product number 1, this is actually a tool and I bought it towards, I'd say, the end of the year. I think it was around September time I ended up picking this tool up, and since I've used it, it is something that I use sometimes on myself, but I use every single time when I'm doing client makeup. So when I'm doing makeup on somebody else, I use it every single time without fail. And this tool here, it is the My Kit Co Pro Brush in My Lash Groomer, which is number 1.25. And when I first saw these, I was really skeptical about how they'd work, as I always just use the little spoolie brushes, as that's what you'd normally get in a mascara anyway. But then, to be honest with you, the cost of that over time really does take a toll on your kit. It does cost a lot, especially because I do like to buy the smaller ones as well, which tend to be a little bit more expensive. So I saw somebody using this on TikTok and I was obsessed. I thought the results were amazing and I had to get one for myself. So they did actually have a sale on when I purchased these brushes, because I was going to get them before I actually bought them, but they do retail for £15 per brush, which, because I was unsure about them, I did hold back. They then had a sale on where everything was half price, so they went down to £7.50. I ended up buying 7 of them, so in total for 7 of them I ended up paying £52.50. And the main reason I've put this on the list is because I find with it being a brush, you can really get to the root of a lash with this brush compared to a spoolie, because they're so big and a little bit more chunky, especially on someone else. It's so much easier for your mascara to get all over the place. So this is so much better for getting right to the root of the lash. It's really nice for building up the mascara. You can control a lot easier how much product is on the brush. And the main thing is bottom lashes. Applying mascara to your bottom lashes with this brush is so much easier than with a spoolie, because it doesn't smack, you've just got more control, and it's so much easier to wiggle as well when you apply your mascara. So this is definitely in my top 10 and I'm going to be using this definitely for the next few years as well. Next up is a product that I believe was in my one last year, but I do love it so much I had to put it in one this year as well. This is a makeup product, and again, it's something that I never ever used until 2023, and now I cannot not use it because it's just made everything so much better when applying makeup. So this is the Diorshow Maximizer 3D Lash Primer. And what I love about this is, firstly, I do feel like my lashes are so much more healthy by applying this before I apply mascara. I think normal mascara can be very drying, and this just adds that layer in between, but it doesn't make your mascara smudge at all. So it doesn't feel any different on your lashes when you put the mascara on, but it does just add that protective layer. I find it really does make my lashes look that little bit longer when I apply my mascara on top. I do also find, because the brush is plastic, it acts like a comb for your lashes. So if you do have a more clumpy mascara, this almost combs your lashes before you actually put the mascara on, and my lashes are a lot less clumpy when I use this beforehand. And because it's got no colour to it as well, it doesn't matter if you've put a brown mascara on top or a black or a navy blue, it's not going to affect anything like that at all. It is a more pricey product, I completely understand. It does retail for £33, so it's a little bit more of an expensive product to use, but it is definitely worth the price, and I do repurchase this because I do love it that much. Long story short, I really love this. I loved it last year, I love it this year, and I just find it has really helped my lashes. I recommend this for you to try. Okay, so next up we do have another makeup product, and this is one that I sort of found that I really liked at the end of 2023, but I've used it across 2024. I have backups again of this because I love it so much, and it is the Nudestix Gel Colour Lip and Cheek Balm. And my one is very run down. I do have a backup of this because I do do love it. I use this on the lips all the time because it's the equivalent of a lip gloss but as a stick. So I find that this is the only lip gloss, the only shiny lip product that I own that actually lasts on the lips. So if I eat or drink or just go about my day, it lasts double if not triple the amount of time that a lip gloss would last, but looks like a lip gloss. It's very, very hydrating, it's very smoothing, it doesn't dry the lips out at all even though it stays on, and the colour is so nice. It's a really nice sort of pinky nude colour, and I think the fact it is gel, it's just a really nice different sort of consistency, and the gel isn't sticky at all. It's very like slidey, but it doesn't move, it just stays in place. So I really, really love this. If you want a long lasting shiny lip product, this is definitely one to get. And these retail for £22, but they do come with a little sharpener on the end and in a little box as well, which I think for the price of that, it's a very, very good value. I've had this, like I said, for about over a year now, to be honest, and it's still going strong. So I really, really love this product and I highly recommend it. Right, so I do have another makeup product here. This is one that I found in around end of October, start of November time, so only recently, but I've used it so much since. Again, it's not gone down much at all, it's still going strong, and this is the Glow Hub Buff Blush Stick. So these are really, really great value for money. This cost me £11 and you get so much product in it. I've used it so much and there's still so much product in the actual packaging. It is one of my most long lasting cream blushers. It lasts longer than more expensive ones. I do like the Nudestix ones, but honestly this lasts longer and it's like less than half the price. It's a really, really nice colour. So the colour I have here is Poppin', and it is a vegan formula, and it is, I think it's skincare based as well, so it's good for your skin to wear it, which is always nice. It gives a nice bit of glow, but so pigmented, and it blends out so smoothly, and it lasts really well as well. So it just does everything that you want in a cream blusher. It's got really, really nice colour to it. So I did originally buy the shade Poppin', and I found I loved it so much I even picked up the entire range because they're just such good products. I haven't tried out the other colours, but I know I like the formula, so I definitely like these. But I absolutely love this blusher and I had to get this, so if that doesn't recommend it enough to you, I don't know what will. So yes, definitely try this. It's one of the best products on this list, I would say, and I love it. So that is definitely a recommend for 2024. So next up, we have got another tool. I've got a couple here, but they're the same basically sort of tool. These are the Brushworks sponges. So these actually came together. They came in a pack of 2, and I use these basically every single day. They're good value for money. So these together cost £6, so about £3 each. And the reason I put these in my list is because I originally used to use this sort of brush here to apply my powder, which was nice, but I do find with a brush that when you put your powder on, no matter how much you sort of put it into the skin, because of the bristles, it doesn't quite get in as much. It almost just sits on top of the skin. Compared to using these sponges, it's so much more blurring, and you can really pack the powder in. And because I've got oily skin, I do find that I need to really pack it into the skin. So I do use these, especially under my eyes, on the top of my head, like around my nose and on my chin. I always use these, and the fact that they are triangular is really nice as well, because you can really get around certain places a lot easier. I also love the fact that they have got this bit here, because you can literally go like this and just put all your powder on, and they just work really, really well. And I think if you are going to apply powder, use these or don't bother. Like, these just make it so much better and make such a difference. They just work, and they're really, really cheap, and I highly, highly recommend them. So moving on to number 6, we have got our first skincare product that I recommend. So this is one that I didn't think I would love as much as I did, because I received it in my advent calendar and I sort of got it and I thought, oh, like, that's nice, but it's not something I'd particularly use. However, I've ended up using it almost every day and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. So this is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, and as you can see, it is very well used. It's gone quite skinny now, but I do use it ever such a lot. So I have oily skin, and when I saw an Ultra Repair Cream, like intense hydration, I thought, I don't need that, I'm not going to use it. I might use it like on my elbows, like somewhere like a little bit more dry. Basically what happened was, I don't know what it was, but my skin went through a really bad patch where it went really, really dry, and I had skin like flaking off like around my cheeks and everything. For like a month my skin went incredibly dry, which I've never ever had before. It was literally flaking off my face. It was itchy, it was sore, it felt tight, it went red, and I've never experienced that before because my skin is so oily normally. It goes completely the other way, so I could not understand why my skin got so dry. So I was using my normal moisturiser thinking it will have to come back, it will have to come back, and nothing was happening. And then I remembered I had this, so I thought, oh, I'm just going to put this on and see how it works and maybe it will do something. Literally maybe 3 or 4 days after using this, my skin felt so much more comfortable. It wasn't peeling, it stopped going so red, it didn't feel as tight, and then literally within like a week later, my skin was back to normal. I've never had that before, but this cream solved it. It just fixed it. I tried other creams. I tried to not use a foaming wash. I only used like lotions to wash my face. Nothing was working at all. I used hydrating face masks. Nothing made my skin better until I used this. This is the only thing that saved my skin. So if you're in the winter and your skin goes really, really horribly dry, or it's just really tight, or even like certain areas that you find, like even your hands, this is the only cream I've ever used that has solved that. I tried expensive masks, like I tried everything. This was the only thing that got my skin back to normal, and I'm so grateful for it. It worked really well, and my skin feels so much more comfortable now. I'm back to normal, thank God. So it is a reasonable cream as well. So this one, for this size, which is a nice size, retails for £16. So I do think for the price of it, it's really, really good. And it's definitely something from having dry skin and feeling it that I'm going to add to my makeup kit, because if I use makeup on anyone with dry skin, this sits really nicely under makeup as well, because I still wanted to wear my makeup even though my skin wasn't great. So if you've got dry skin or you're having a bit of a problem with your skin at the minute, try this because it works really, really well. Moving on, we've got another skincare product coming up now. So this one is for the eyes. Again, it's very, very heavily used, but I use it every single day and I loved it. I used it, probably I've had it for about 6 months and it's lasted ages. So this is the Avant Hyaluronic Acid Molecular Boost Eye Cream. And as you can see, it's very, very skinny now. I've got bare minimum left in this, but I'm using every single drop of it because I love it so much. But when I read this, I just thought, oh, like hyaluronic acid, like hydrating, nice cream, whatever, just put it on under my eyes. But when I put it under my eyes, it almost filled in any fine lines and blurred my skin and just made it look like I had a filter on it. And I've never seen an eye cream do that before, apart from this one. And I was literally just amazed by how nicely it made my eyes look. It works really, really well under makeup. I also use it at night and it sits really nicely under the eyes at night and hydrates the skin. I have just had a look online and it is £97, but it's on sale for £67.90. But I would say it's honestly worth it because I've never seen a cream do what this cream has done before. So if you're looking to treat yourself, this is definitely the one to go for. Like I said, I've used it all up. I'm literally squeezing out the last little bits, and now I know the price, I'm going to cut it open and get out the last little bits. It just works really nice and I highly, highly recommend. Back onto makeup products, and here I have got 3, but they're all the same product, just different shades. These are ones that I did pick up when I went to America last year, which is very exciting, but you can also get them shipped to the UK on their official website. These are the Colourpop Super Shock Shadows. So here I have got 3 of the top colours that I use most. I did get quite a few more, but I love these colours, so I'm going to show you these ones. So they're like a cream formula, which I didn't actually realise. I thought they were powders. Because it's cream and they're sparkly, I do find that the cream formula brings out the sparkles more. So the shades I have got are Mighty Morphin, which is a gold shade. I then have Frog, which is a little bit more of a pinky shade. And then to finish off, I have Ritz, which is my favourite one by far. It's almost the in-between of the first 2. It's like that goldy pinky shade, but when you put it on the eyes, it gives that wet look. Like, it's my favourite one by far. So these were, I think they were only about $6 in the States, so they would be slightly cheaper in the UK. So looking at about £5 per shadow, which is really, really reasonable. I also really like the little packaging, so they're all individual, but they've just got a little twist top lid, and they're really small and nice, so they're good for travel, and they're really, really cheap for what they are. They stand out, and whenever I put them on, people are like, oh, your eyes are really really sparkly and nice, and it's because of these, so I highly recommend these as well. So 2 more left, 1 skincare, 1 makeup. We are finishing with the makeup one. So for my skincare, this one I got in my Advent calendar. I've never seen, it's a face mask. I've never seen a face mask do what this face mask has done before. So this is the Lom Rescue Mask. I have used this a lot. It's only a 50ml, but there's so much left in it because you don't actually need much for it to work. It's like a clay mask. It's got little black beads in it as well. So you just leave that on 20 minutes, rinse it off. And when I first used this, the day after, my skin was so smooth. I've never seen my skin look so smooth before. It felt like it shrunk the pores, it reduced spots, it reduced the redness, and my overall skin tone was a lot better, and my skin's just never looked like that. So I normally use this if I've got something important or something that I want my skin to look great for the next day. I always use this, and it just always works, and it just makes your skin so flawless. Like, this would definitely be a before your wedding day face mask. It's so good. So like I said, this one is 50ml. For the 100ml one, it is £68. So it isn't particularly cheap, which is why I don't use it every week. But like I said, if you're looking for something a little bit more luxury, you're doing something really important, if you're going to a wedding, or if you've got just like a big life event on and you just want your skin to be in the best condition and look the best it can be, this is definitely the face mask to do it with. It's 100% worth the money. I really love it, and honestly, even though it is a pricey product, I will definitely repurchase this. I really love this, and I highly recommend it. Finishing up, we have got 1 product left, and this is a makeup product. It is a product that I've only had for maybe like a week or so, not long at all, but I've started using it. I've realised I'm absolutely in love with it. It's perfect, it's amazing, it's wonderful, and I have to put it in the list. So this is a very hyped up product at the minute, but I do love it. It is the Huda Beauty Icy Nude palette. So these are the colours. You've got a mix of mattes and shimmers. Some of them, like these ones here, are actually more of a glitter. When I use this and I put the shimmers on, I literally go, tap it like that, and it's like it could go for days. You need the bare minimum for this to work. Like, a little goes a long way, because I know it is pricey. I think it's about £65, but a little goes a long way with these. So it's definitely worth the money. I feel like you do pay more, but you don't need to use as much. I also found that when I wore it and I went out and I had a party and all that kind of thing, and I came back, nothing had moved, and I didn't use the setting spray either. The mattes stayed as vibrant as they were when I first put them on, and the shimmers hadn't moved. They weren't like dropping down my face, which some shimmers and glitters can do. It's really pigmented, and it lasts really long as well. And I just know I love this already. I've only had it a week, like I said, but I just love it. The colours are perfect, they last, everything about it just worked, and it's just worth the money. It's a really nice packaging, it's just simple, straight to the point, and I just love this as well. So this is the last of my absolute highly recommend list of 2024. So that is everything that I love this year. I highly recommend all of those products, and they're definitely products that I will repurchase. So everything in this list is stuff that I've used myself or I use in my kit, and stuff that I would be looking to buy again just because I love them all so much. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any recommendations of things for me to try for the new year, let me know, because I always love trying new products. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video, and goodbye.